Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ken Kupyak, and I'm one of the directors of the Perry Hall High School Marching Band.
My name is Andy Alfarth. I'm another director. Thanks for being here.
Tonight we're going to go over some important information regarding registration, as well as our 2021-2022 season. So tonight we're going to briefly introduce our marching band. We'll talk about how to register. We'll talk about how to sign up for Remind notifications. We'll talk about our participation requirements, financial information, our summer schedule, our school year schedule, parent volunteer information, and finally, a reminder how to register.
Please welcome the Perry Hall High School Marching Band.
Shall bind us, precious truth shall ever hold us, singing.
So that promotional video was assembled by Jake Helen, one of our band parents, and we really appreciate him putting it together. It really goes to show the tradition of excellence that we have here at Perry Hall High School and in our band program. This is the band that has won state championships before. We've been finalists numerous times, but it also goes to show the camaraderie and the community and how much we value that in our band. I think it's really powerful, especially when new members and freshmen can walk into school on the very first day of school and already have 50, 60 friends who are in the band. And it's a really powerful thing that lasts with students for a while. So we're really glad to have such a great community of kids and a really strong marching band. You can access our registration by going to our band wiki, which is the first URL that you see on the slide, perryhallband.pbworks.com. If you would like to access the registration link directly, you can go to that link, but I understand it may be difficult to write that down and put it into the URL bar. So at the band wiki, you can access the registration link that you see on the slide, as well as updates and information. We update it periodically. You'll see a lot of the information for the season there that we'll be referencing throughout this presentation. Please go to that URL or text at PHHSMB to 81010. Again, that's 81010. And we need everyone, all parents and students, to go to that remind code. We use Remind as a notification service so that way we can communicate with students and parents, and it'll just go straight to your phone. Especially if, for some reason there's a last minute cancellation, if we need to get in touch with people quickly, Remind is a really effective way to do that as long as everyone signs up. So after you submit your registration, please make sure that you text that code to 81010 so that way you'll receive our notifications.
So in order to participate in the marching band, we do have some requirements for woodwind, brass, and percussion instrumentalists. Those students must be enrolled in a band class. Percussion instruments will be assigned at the end of the mini camp. So students may or may not know what instrument they'll be playing in the marching band when they come to the mini camp, which we'll talk about in a few minutes, whether they're on the drum line and they're marching and playing, or they're in the front ensemble and they're standing still and they're playing more of the accessory percussion and mallet instruments. That will all be determined during that very first rehearsal. And so then at that point, they will know what their instrument assignment is. Color guard is different, and color guard is not requiring a music class. All interested are welcome. So the color guard is the people who are spinning the flags, and we have weapons as well. We have sabers and rifles, and they do a great job. We have a very young color guard this season, lots of brand new people joining. So if you're thinking about joining color guard, you will not be alone. Please join us, and that's no music class requirement. So if you don't play an instrument, if you have a friend who you play an instrument and your friend does not, get them to join color guard and join the marching band with you.
So we do have registration fees, and our marching band alone runs a budget, typically in normal years up to $30,000. And that budget includes transportation costs for when we're busing students and sending equipment to different performances throughout the state of Maryland. That budget also goes into paying our instructors. It goes into instrument repair. It goes into purchasing the music, designing the field show. We have a lot of costs, and our band parents work extremely hard to offset that cost with a really aggressive fundraising campaign. But in order for our band to be able to do the things that it does, we do require a registration fee for marching band students because fundraising can't cover it alone. So to participate in the marching band, we ask for a total payment of $225, which will be due by August 30th. If you'd like to pay in 2 installments, you may pay the first installment of $125, which will be due August 2nd. The second payment of $100 will be due on August 30th, which is the first day of school. We prefer online payment at perryhallbandboosters.org, and you'll see a payment button on the top of the screen that you'll be able to go and pay via PayPal. If you're not able to do that, you can also write a check written out to Perry Hall Band Boosters Incorporated, and please mail that to Perry Hall High School Band Boosters at P.O. Box 43712, Nottingham, Maryland 21236. I want to add that these are, as far as marching band fees go, these are actually incredibly low. There are some schools, especially in Northern Virginia, that'll charge up to $500, $600 for marching band fees. So our objective is really to keep these fees as low as possible, because we know that financials can be that having a marching band fee can restrict the number of people that can join, and it can be challenging for many people to pay this fee. But I think this is the lowest that we can possibly make this fee while still balancing our budget. So it is our objective to make sure that this is as low as possible, so that as many students can join as possible. If you have difficulty paying the full 225, if there are financial hardships or difficulties, I don't want that to get in the way of any student participating. So if it's difficult for you and your family to support the 225, please reach out to me and we'll come up with an alternative. We don't want financials to get in the way of a student participating. So I invite that conversation. Please reach out to me if you're not able to make that 225 payment. So all rehearsals are mandatory, but if you have any conflicts, please email us and we'll do our best to accommodate your schedule. I know, especially when we were in the planning stages, we weren't sure, when we would be able to have a band camp and what restrictions we would have. So we know that some of these dates may conflict with some of your travel schedules. So we'll do our best to accommodate you, and we'll treat conflicts on a case-by-case basis. We'll be having our mini camp before band camp starts on July 22nd, which is 6 to 9 p.m. at Perry Hall High School. And that mini camp will be 3 hours where we'll dig into the basics of marching. We'll start working on the music warm-ups. The color guard will start working on fundamentals, and battery and our percussion, our pit, they'll start practicing warm-ups, and we'll get a feel for where each student will fit within our percussion program. During our band camp, we have an intensive 2 weeks. It starts on Monday, August 2nd, and it'll go through until Friday, August 13th. So that'll be just the weekdays, Monday through Friday, starting on August 2nd until Friday, August 13th. On the Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays of those weeks, we'll be rehearsing from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we'll be rehearsing from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And we'll have breaks, of course, we'll have a short break for lunch in the middle of the day, and then a 2-hour break for dinner in the evenings. We'll be having a performance for family and friends starting on Friday, August 13th at 6 p.m. So please make sure you let your family and friends know. The more the merrier. The more people who attend to watch, the more enjoyable it's going to be for the kids to perform. So please make sure that everyone knows about that, and we get a nice crowd for the kids to perform for. After band camp and before school starts, so during that window after band camp ends, but before school starts, it's about 2 weeks, we'll have weekly rehearsals on Tuesday and Thursday from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock in the evening. And there you can see our summer calendar, including the one performance that we have. So you can see our mini camp on July 22nd for 3 hours from 6 to 9, and then our 2 weeks of band camp, and then our evening rehearsals, and then our first school year rehearsal on August 31st. This is also on the band wiki, so if you want a copy of this, you can just go on over to the band wiki and download this picture. During the school year, we'll be rehearsing every Tuesday from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. We'll also have weekly sectionals, so student leaders will be organizing and coordinating the schedules of all the members of their section, and they'll find a time for them to hold a 1-hour sectional. And those will be student-led. Mr. Offroth and I will be there to assist and to supervise, but the student leaders will be responsible for rehearsing those sections during that time. And they'll be held here at Perry Hall High School. We'll be playing the Friday home football games as well as various Saturday events. And you can see all the events that we have scheduled. We're planning on a pretty normal season. We're just waiting on a couple of events to get the details from. We haven't heard about the Baltimore County Marching Band Showcase yet. The dates for that haven't been established, and we haven't heard about the holiday parade yet. But other than that, we have all the home football games. We have several parades lined up, as well as 2 marching band festivals, which I'm really excited for, at Urbana High School and then Towson University. So we have a full plate, in the fall, full of events that'll be really enjoyable for the students. Our band needs parent volunteers in order to support their kids and and provide them with a great experience. This band cannot function without parents helping assign uniforms, without parents pushing percussion equipment in performances, without parents driving the equipment truck, without parents fundraising. It just doesn't happen. And we need as many parents as possible to help out and donate a little bit of their time for a great cause. The parents always have a good time, getting to know each other. It's a really great community of parents. So I'm sure that you're going to find, find some people that you get along with here in our community of parents. You'll enjoy volunteering your time, and it's for a really great cause, a really important cause to make sure that these kids are supported and make sure that they have everything they need to perform well and to grow and have a good marching band experience. So please sign up to volunteer. Email info@perryhallbandboosters.org. We're looking forward to another amazing season, and this one will be much closer to normal. We don't know all the specific details yet. We're waiting to hear from the music office to tell us what the guidelines are for this upcoming season, but we've been assured that it'll be closer to normal, and we're really looking forward to having an in-person band camp once again and having lots of performances this season. Just a couple reminders, please go to the band wiki at perryhallband.pbworks.com to find the registration link and other details. And feel free to check it periodically. We update it regularly, especially during marching band season. So if you are looking for any information, the band wiki is the place to go. Again, please volunteer with our parents. They're a great group, a lot of fun, and we need your help because this band simply can't do the amazing things it does without our parent volunteers. So please make sure that you email our band boosters. And there are our emails, kkupiak@bcps and alfarth@bcps. If you have any questions or concerns, if your student is interested in marching band, but there's any kind of obstacle, whether it's a scheduling obstacle, whether it's a financial obstacle, whatever it may be, we will find a way to make it work. We want to make sure that every student that wants to be in marching band has an opportunity to be in marching band. So we'll do our best. We can't make any promises, of course. Sometimes, it's just impossible, but we'll do everything we can to find a way to make it work. So once again, thank you all for joining us this evening. We're looking forward to a great season.
Thank you, everybody.
Have a great night.